It is 10 o'clock at night on a Tuesday, and I had to make this video because we've got some breaking Nissan news. Nissan just announced a plug-in hybrid Nissan Frontier, and I'm beside myself. There was some news today about Nissan confirming that they're going to be building a plug-in hybrid Frontier, and not even 8 hours later, it's here. I'm going to link below in the bio to the press release. So if you guys want to see that press release, and if you guys want to see some of the details about that truck, I will link that below. But let's talk about some details that just stand out to me. First of all, I can't believe that it's already here. I mean, the news just kind of broke that Nissan confirmed a plug-in hybrid Frontier, and now it's here. The second thing that stands out to me is the last generation Frontier went from 2005 to 2021. That is 17 model years, which is wild. And so the new generation Frontier debuted in 2022 and has been around since then. And to talk about either the 2027 or 28 Frontier being all new, that's wild. Anybody who knows Nissan knows that they love to take a model and just build it and build it and build it and refresh it and special edition and midnight edition and whatever edition. But, you know, Nissan is thinking forward. Nissan is in a place where, yes, there's a ton of press about Nissan this and Nissan that. Will Nissan survive? But Nissan's doing just great because they are making some really, really important leadership changes. And those leaders are into saving this brand. They're enthusiasts who love cars, and you know, I'm excited. This does debut in China, but they've talked about the new Frontier being a global model, which is huge. You know, there are a couple different Frontiers all over the world, I should say. Especially in the Mexican market down in Mexico, they have the Navarro, which has always been a little bit different than the Frontier, and I think to have one model is fantastic. I think that there will be a gasoline engine version only. I think having multiple drivetrains available, powertrains, I should say, would be great, especially in the US where a gas truck makes sense, but then having some sort of hybrid system is phenomenal. Another thing that stands out to me is over 400 horsepower, 800 foot-pounds of torque, and it can tow 3.5 tons in a Nissan Frontier. And I'm beside myself. That's big truck numbers for a medium-sized truck, you know. That's phenomenal. I cannot wait to actually see it do these things and tow stuff. Another thing that I love from the pictures is the styling. It looks to be production ready. Interior is very modern, but it doesn't give that like over dramatic electric car interior, which sometimes can be a little too like spaceshipy. It kind of just looks like an electric Nissan. It gives a little bit of an Aria vibe, which is great. Exterior styling. Obviously there's no grille, but there looks to be some sort of air vents for some airflow there in that front. Looks a lot more rugged than I would expect it to be. Modern styling, modern lighting. It gives a slight Rivian vibe, but I'm okay with that because the Rivian is actually a pretty cool truck. The Rivian truck is kind of your really first electric truck that's kind of doing it really well. There are other electric trucks out there, but I mean, unless you want to drive a stainless steel toaster oven, I don't know. Whether or not Nissan is going to bring this specific version to the US, I don't know. But I've also not seen Nissan call something that's going to China a Frontier. And that's just super exciting for me, you know. I think that the true truck, you know, people, guys and gals out there that love their trucks, I think when you look at something that's going to have that amount of power and capability and still be a plug-in hybrid, it's wild. It could be all electric, and I think that doing an all-electric pickup truck right now may not be the smartest thing for Nissan, and I'm super excited to see what this is going to do for range and what markets are going to get what versions. But like I said, to recap, Nissan has announced a plug-in hybrid version of the Frontier that will debut in China and looks to be a global model. One of the new CEOs has made a comment that says first China and then the world. So that's pretty exciting. And again, down below, I'm going to post a link to the press release. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. There will be more news as it breaks of this potential global model of the plug-in hybrid Frontier. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, NismoNickOfficial, and I'm excited. Nissan's doing stuff, so stay tuned.